ourselves. If we constantly look at the negatives, we'll constantly look at things that look at life as a negative, as something that's always wrong. But if we look at the positives that are going on in our world, then that can change how we view everything. You know, I talk about the Silver Paint Award. There's always some positive spin to everything. But when you chronically look at the bad things, when you chronically look at from negatives, then that's what you're going to see, and that's what your world's going to be comprised of. That really applies to self-image a lot. We've heard a lot about reaffirmations over the years, or affirmations. The positive things we tell ourselves to change our mindset. And it sounds hokey, but there's a lot of truth to it. You know, we have a negative mindset because we've been shown negatives over and over and over. So we start to believe that. Well, when you see the positives over and over and over, you start to believe that positives can happen. You're in control of those thoughts, those mindsets. Yes, it's hard to prevent rumination over the negatives, but that's because we're not paying attention. We're not paying attention to what our mind's telling us or our bodies are telling us. But if we change those thoughts to positives, or not positive things, then we change how our mind works about everything eventually. When you go to work and you think about how horrible your job is, then yeah, you're going to believe your job's horrible. But when you find the good in it, it changes how you view it. You know, I've talked before about changing how I view going to work. I don't need to do it. It's not something I have to do. Try that. It's not something I have to do. It's something I want to do. I want to work because I want to pay my bills and I want to be able to do things. So that changes how I view my job. I want to be there then, rather than looking at the negatives and how much I'd rather be doing something else. You can also something else that also helps is looking at what's behind your thoughts. This can apply greatly to fears. I was thinking about this morning, that my fear of public speaking, it's not that I'm afraid of public speaking. And I used to claim that I'm afraid of what others will say about me. I'm afraid they'll laugh at me and they'll think I'm stupid or whatever, but that's not really it. It doesn't matter what they think, it matters what I think. So the actual fear there is that I will believe what the haters say. That if someone says, oh, he sounds stupid, I will believe that I sound stupid. And that's where the change your thoughts comes into play. Rather than focus on that negative, focus on the positives. You know, if you talk to 30 people and only one person says anything negative, then look at the positive of it. 29 said it was good. I did this when I was leading motorcycle rides. People would say, oh, but there's a 30% chance of rain. Well, but that means there's a 70% chance it won't rain. But we tend to look at the negative. C. Davis did a study on this that showed that when people are told negative things, and that's what they focus on, and that if they're told a positive first and then given a negative spin, then their opinion changes. But if they're told a negative first and then it's given a positive spin, their opinion stays negative. So this is why we need to tell ourselves positive things rather than negative things. And it'll take time. It takes time to overcome that mindset, but it's possible to do. The mindset being about the negative thoughts. You have to change your monologue, your inner monologue. You have to change your narrative. There's a show from when I was a kid, Great Space Race, I think maybe it was called. I don't remember. Gulliver's Travels, some journey show, and one of the characters on there was always negative. We're never going to make it. Everything always fails. And that negative mindset dictated how he viewed the world. And he always viewed it that everything was going to be a catastrophe. He always catastrophized. So combat that when you catch yourself doing that, change it. Always look for the silver paint, silver lining. Figure out a better way